Hey everybody, it's Mr. Waldrop, and I am going to tell you today how I go about doing remote learning. So the first step that I'm going to tell you about is to go set up a YouTube channel. I'm going to include a video also explaining how to set up a YouTube channel, because there are some videos online that do a far better job. They're really professionally made, and it'll tell you how to set up a YouTube channel. But what I'm going to do is show you what to do from that point forward, what I do. So to begin with, the first thing you obviously need to do is have a Google Classroom, right? So you go to your Google Classroom and you will see all your classes. You can see all my classes here, right? So let's say I'm talking about this class right here, right? And I like to organize all my stuff in Google Classroom so you can see like all my bell ringers are right here. And you can go down and see every one of your bell ringers. I'm going to try and show up on Monday and have a class for some people if they want to know how to do it. So I meant to go ahead and tell you that right now. I'm working out with Mr. Bradford what time, so I'll let you know. Hopefully he'll let you know in an email if you want some hands-on experience. But anyway, so this is your Google Classroom. So how do you do this, right? So what you do is you go into Nearpod and you log into Nearpod. If you do not know how to log into Nearpod, here, let me show you real fast. It's pretty simple. When you type it into Google, just type in Nearpod. It'll be the very first link. Like here, I'll show you. NEA. So you see Nearpod and Google search. It's going to be this one right here. Right here. Nearpod Student Engagement Platform. Okay, so you click on that guy, and it's going to take you to Nearpod. Now, I'm already logged in, so I would click on this. Normally, it'll say to log in, but mine says my Nearpod. And it'll take you to this screen right here. So let's say you want to do some remote learning. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on Lessons on in Nearpod if you're trying to make it in Nearpod, which we will for today's purpose. And it's going to take you to the screen where you have a blank lesson. Of course, you can give it a name. We're going to name this Test. Okay. And of course you're going to want to give it a slide, or actually you're going to give it lots of slides. And when you go in here, there's a lot of different options you can pick from, right? So we're going to start with the basic, which is add content. And this is where you go to put in a slide, just like you were making a PowerPoint, right? Okay, so there's your slide. Now it assumes that you want a title slide, which is the way this is default set up. So you put your title, and let's say you want to add an image. Click on this little X and let's say text, video, or image. And let's say you want to add a title. Okay, and that'll do an image search. And you can look through and see, whatever title you want to have in, right? See, hello, my name is, right? And then you save it, and that's how you make a single slide. So, we're doing some remote learning. Okay, so we're going to add another slide. Also, we're going to add content. Okay, make another slide. And then you type whatever your text is. So let's say we're talking about, right up here, we're talking about, let's say, World War II. Well, let's do capital. World War II, right? And let's say we're going to make a slide talking about Pearl Harbor. You'll see down here, let it focus. Camera's not going to focus. You're going to click right here, and you'll notice it creates two boxes. All right. So we're going to put our text right here. Trying to get it to focus. Keeps wanting to know. It has a hard time focusing when I'm aiming it at my computer monitor, so bear with me just 1 second. It's going to be right up here. So we're going to add some text, right? And let's say we're talking about Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor. Okay, and you can tell all about Pearl Harbor, the date, the day that'll live in infamy, whatever you want to put in there, right? And if you want to add a video, this is where you do it, right? You go over here and you'll see where it shows video. Now it's going to assume YouTube. If you have a YouTube channel, which I do, we're going to go over here to YouTube. Okay, we're going to YouTube. Okay, and you click on your channel. Okay, and let's say I want to click on how to make a Nearpod. Okay, you click on it and it's going to pull up the video, and you just double click up here to get the web URL, copy it, and then paste it, and search, and you'll see the video you made. Okay, so now in this scenario, I'm talking about World War II. I'm talking about Pearl Harbor, and I can upload a video of myself talking, explaining everything over here. Okay, and then we're going to save that. Okay, and it's saving a slide. Now, what I like to do afterwards is to add a slide, and now I'm going to go to Add Activity and do Open-Ended Question. Okay, and you're going to see where it says to type your question here. Enter your question here, right? So let's say I wanted to ask the question was, let's see. Sorry, it keeps going out of focus. Again, it really does not like the aim of the screen. But let's say I want to make the question of, what country attacked the U.S. at Pearl Harbor? Okay, I don't know if you can see it. There you go. It's really struggling to focus. Okay. Okay, and you can even add a little reference video over here. See where it says it shows the reference video. Or reference image, whichever you want. Image, video. But we're not going to do that for right now. And we're going to save it down here at the bottom. Okay, and now we have an open-ended question. So now you've got your title. You have your slide where you're explaining everything. And then you have a question that follows up with the slides you just went over to make sure that they got out of it whatever you wanted them to get out of it. Now, when you are done with all the slides you want, when you've covered all the content, what I like to do is now go add a slide, add activity, and see where it says quiz. And this is pretty self-explanatory, but you can just type in a question right here, and you can give it answer options. And there's even an option to add more answer options. So let's say you want 4 answer options. Come on, get clear. See, question 1, all the 4 answer options. Okay, after you are done, you will click whatever the right answer is. So we're going to type up here test, and type answer A, B, C, and of course I'm making C the correct answer, and D. Okay. And then I'm going to add a question. And you can do that. See, now it's made question 2 out of 2. Try and get it focused back on the screen. It really does not like to. There we go. Yeah, it's trying to figure out what to focus on. Sorry about that. Give it a second. Okay, there's the second one. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Okay. Come on. focus. Oh, it's really not liking it. Anyway, afterwards, you click Save. After you've gotten all your questions, you click Save. And you'll see where you got your title slide, your content, a question to go with your content, right here. And then after you're done with all that, you can make a quiz that asks questions about all your content. Okay, and of course you can embed videos with each slide, breaking down each slide. You can also embed videos from anything else, any other source you want that you found on YouTube. And then you click Save. Okay, it's going to ask you questions like what grade, what subject is it, what do you want to name your lesson. Okay, I'm not going to fool with any of that, but you can. Oh, wait, never mind. It's going to make you fool with that. So we're going to say, for me, it's 11th Social Studies. I'm going to pick Save and Exit. Okay, and you will see our lesson now is right here. Okay. Now you're going to pick Student Paste because they're doing it remotely. And you're going to pick Google Classroom. And it's going to ask you to pick a class. Come on. It really does not want to focus on this. And let's say I picked my 5B. Choose an action, create assignment, and then pick Go. And it's going to ask me to name it. So we're going to name it Test. Okay. You can pick how many points you want to make it worth, when the due date is, when the topic. We're going to leave it all blank, and we're going to pick Assign. Okay, so now I'm going to leave that up. If I go over to my Google Classroom, no, I apologize. It really does not like to seem to enjoy recording the screen. But anyway, if I go up to my 4A class, you will now see my stream where it posted a new assignment test. And now you can go in here and you can grade it. You see over here, you can give them a grade for it so they get immediate feedback. And of course, you can also give them little notes and stuff like that. All the accessibility of Google Classroom. Now, I'm going to delete this assignments because I don't want them to see it. Okay. All right. Now, back over here. How do you know they did it? How do you grade it? Well, you go back to the assignment. See where it says Reports? Now, there's no data to report, but let's do another one of my presentations so you can kind of see what it looks like. Well, if it'll load up, you can. Okay, so let's say I did this one yesterday, the Forgotten War, Korean War. Okay, and you will see these little session reports, and you can name them, right? If this is your 5B class, you could name it 5B. You know, whatever you want to name it. I'm going to erase that because I don't know if it is my 5B or not. Okay, but you click on it, and now it shows you how many students answered how many questions. Come on. Focus, there we go. Why does it like to focus on that? Okay. And you can go down and look and see, you can see these students have answered this many of the questions. And you can give feedback and stuff like that if you want. Come on, get it focused. There we go. Y'all apologize. It really is not wanting to focus. There we go, you see. It tells you all the percentages and stuff like that. And you can use that to put it into Google Classroom to give them their grade. So that's how I do remote learning. Obviously, you can do bell ringers and stuff like that, all in Google Classroom. And again, I'm going to try and show up Monday. So if you want any help with how to do that, I'll be happy to help you. So yeah, thank you so much. And again, I'm going to have my YouTube channel. I'll probably post some videos too, and maybe even some lessons and stuff like that in there if you want to subscribe. So you're welcome to follow my YouTube channel, and I'll be happy to help you with any questions. So, all right, have a good evening.